I'm glad you're here. You probably came to see the house. Well, let's start talking about the house. As you can tell, I'm in my office. I was doing some reading today, but I am so glad that you are here. This is my office. This is where I try to get some work done. I do some writing in here, and I store things because, let's face it, we all have that one room in our house that seems to catch all the stuff that we don't know where else to put. Well, this is that room for me. Really, it's a bedroom, but I use it as an office. I suppose you'll use it for whatever you want to use it for. But enough about the office. Let's move on to the rest of the house. There's so many things I want to tell you about this great house. This great staircase, the wonderful view that we have when we look out the front door. So many wonderful things to tell you about this house. This house was built in 1915, and I bet if these walls could talk, they would have some incredible stories. I've actually gotten to meet 3 separate families that have lived in this house before I did, and I've been here over 6 years. One of the things that I know is that many years ago, I think it was the 1970s, there was a very large family that lived in this house, many kids, 5 or 6 kids. And I've heard stories about them sliding down this banister and laughing and all of the joy that they had when they lived in this house. You know, across the street from this house, there used to be a school. And that school has since been torn down and they've built brand new houses. But when that school was still up and they replaced the gym floors, these floors came out of that school. There's a lot of history in this house. These floors are filled with history, and I bet they have some wonderful stories to tell too. Just like I have stories that I could tell you about this house, and I know someday you'll make your own stories, but let's take a look at the rest of the house. Come with me. This, of course, is the heart and soul of every house. This is where people come together to dine and talk, and sometimes we sit at this table playing games, and you'll sit in this room and make your own memories too. It's a pretty big dining area, as you can tell. One of the neat things about this space is that a few years ago, we added something that for over 100 years had not been put in this house. You know, that's the great thing about these old houses, is they have so much character, but it's like a living organism, and you can continue to add your character and change the character of the house. It's really kind of cool. But one of the things we added was this hatch that will take a person right down into the basement. Before that, you had to go all the way outside just to see the basement. We're not going to open the hatch today because I want you to be surprised when you see the full basement that runs the whole width of this side of the house. It's great storage down there. Anyway, let's go take a look at this bathroom. This is a huge bathroom. Have you ever seen a bathroom this big? It's just ginormous. I mean, I really think that you could probably step out of the shower and do calisthenics in the morning. Get your morning exercise in. When we moved into this house, this bathroom was really in sad shape. And so we added some touches to it that we like. Now, I'm no craftsman, and I did some things that I had never done before. And one of those was I made an attempt at laying flooring. And I know it has some flaws in it. But when you make this home your own, you can add your own personal touches to it, and maybe you'll have flaws that tell a story that is part of your life. But this is part of my story. Lots of storage in this bathroom, big tub and shower, plenty of closet space. And I should tell you, as we move into the kitchen, that in this house that has so much character, there's even a hidden closet somewhere. Well, let's move on to the kitchen. I really want to talk to you about this island. This island my husband built for me so I would have a place to roll out bread, make cakes, make cookies, and just have plenty of space to store things too. There's plenty of storage under here. This island has really been the heart of our entire house. I know we gather in the dining room, we gather in the kitchen, but it's so great because while I'm cooking, I can still talk to my guests that might be sitting at the dining table. I love this island. But who knows? When you add your character to the history of this house, maybe you'll change this island. Maybe you'll want to go with a different top or a different color. That's the nice thing about these old houses, is you can add whatever character and history you want to this house. You know, sometimes I think about the people who have lived in this house over the past century and all the joy that this house must have brought them, just like it's brought us joy, just like I know it's going to bring you. Plenty of storage in this kitchen, and oh, let me show you this. What a marvelous pantry we have. So much storage space. It is just a fantastic place for us to store all of our food out of the way where people don't have to see it. It's wonderful. Who knows what you'll store in here? Oh, and let me show you this laundry room. I have a question for you. If you were going to add character to this house, what would you do? One of the things that I did is I added a wallpaper wall, but I did something unique. I used pages from the Bible to wallpaper this wall, but you know what? I didn't stick it directly to the wall. I put it on poster board. So maybe you don't want pages on your wall. Maybe you'd like to paint it bright red or purple or whatever your favorite color is. All you have to do is just pull the poster board off the wall and the wall's not damaged because it was just stapled on. We have an extra bathroom and a place for laundry too. But I know you want to see the upstairs, so let's head up there. Look at these beautiful railings. Now the stairs curve as you go around. Oh, I want to point something out to you that's really interesting. I like art, and I like things that are different. And so we added this tapestry up here that kind of looks like a bookshelf. Maybe you like that. Maybe you don't. Maybe you'd like to take that off and add your own touches of art. Whatever you want to do, you can do to this beautiful home. All right, now, don't judge me. We're going to go into the master bedroom, but please don't judge my housekeeping skills. I didn't make the bed very well this morning. So many things you can do with this room. This is a very large room. You can see that it holds a large king-size bed. And if we look out this window, we have a view of the brand new houses across the street. So many mornings I like to open the curtains and just look outside. There's a closet over here that is great for storage. Wonderful hanging space. Plenty of room for anything that you need to put away. And there's even a bonus closet. This closet is a mess, so I really don't want you to see it, but I do want to tell you that it passes all the way through into the next room that we're going to go to. This is one of my favorite rooms of the house, but it's only because of my personal memories. This is the guest room. And again, there's a wonderful view of the house across the street. I want to tell you a little story so that when you are here, you can know a little about the history of this wonderful home. When I first moved into this house, didn't even have a bed to sleep on. My grandchildren and my daughter and her husband moved in with us for a little while because they had some medical issues. And this was the room that the grandchildren used. Oh, we had so much laughter in here. They'd jump on the bed and play games with each other and watch television sometimes. And even now, when they come to visit, this is their room. Are you going to have a room like that in your house? A room that is really special to you? Well, when you get here, you can choose which one of these rooms becomes special to you. But I'll tell you what, why don't you join me for a cup of tea back in the kitchen? Well, I'm going to make myself a cup of tea and tell you just a little bit more about the house and why I'm selling it. You know, God often calls us into different life assignments. And right now, even though it's been 6.5 very happy years here, God's calling us out of this particular house. But if He's calling us out of this house, then I know that He's calling you into it. Oh, sure, maybe you'll change the color of the island or the color of the carpet going up the stairs, and you'll add your own character to this house. You'll be a part of this house's history, whatever you do. But one thing that I know is that when you're here, you'll have peace.